Hey ladies, I just wanted to make a quick video on Thrive. So if you guys haven't heard of Thrive yet, it is something that our senior sales director, Danielle Lunsford, came up with while I was a consultant in her unit of Synergy Superstars that works really well for me and helped me move into CAR and become a director. And it was just a daily focus for me, and that I adopted the same concept for our unit when I became a director, and I love it. So some of you have been asking questions about it, and I really wanted to make a video so you guys had an understanding of what Thrive was and how to use it in your business, whether you're a part-time consultant or a full-time consultant. So this sheet is Thrive, and it is on our Livicated Ladies website. So livicatedladies.com, and the password is DREAM, all lowercase. You want to go to the Consultants tab, and you can find this sheet under Documents and Flyers. It's posted that you can download it and print it out. So just to go over quick, I'll go over quick what Thrive is, and then I'll show you a Thrive notebook. So first, Thrive is just an acronym. It's just a daily focus to have each day in your business. And I know I had days where I felt a little stuck. Like, what should I focus on? What should I do? And Danielle was like, have you done Thrive? So if I didn't, then I went through and did Thrive. So the first letter is T, and T is target. What is your win today? Focus on 6 things to do. So this is 6 things to do for your business and 6 things to do for your personal life. I added in the personal thing because we have busy lives that you should really be focusing on 6 things that you can do in your business that are going to produce income. If you write down 3 things for your business and 3 things for your personal life, you aren't necessarily focusing on your business. So T is target. You know, what's your win for the day? What are 6 things that you can focus on this, today for your business? So write those down. H is hype. So that's calling the $1 million message, which is a daily hotline. You can call in right on your phone. I have my phone's plugged in, but I have the number saved right in as a contact. I have it labeled $1 million message, so I can call it. I have the code in there, so never have to wonder what the number is. It's always there. The number is 641-715-3900, and the code is 44336#. You can listen to that 7 days a week, and they are $1 million sales directors. Their moms are national sales directors. They drive pink Cadillacs. I've met a bunch of them already in my 2 years of being in Mary Kay, and it's always an inspirational message that you need to listen to daily, not just for your business, but for your personal life. It's just very inspiring and motivational. So that is H, hype. R is reach up. So reaching up to your director, contacting me each day, and it's important that you aren't reaching up to people that aren't where you would want to trade places with. You want to reach up to someone that you would trade places with financially, spiritually, or I forget the third one. Drawing a blank. Either way, you want to be able to say, hey, I would trade places with that person's life. So have you connected with your leader? I is IPA, income producing activity. So really you want to focus on completing 2 income producing activities a day. Some ideas are having $100 in sales, making 5 new contacts. So have you reached out to 5 new people? Bringing a guest to the unit meeting, having a facial, having a party, getting 5 new names and numbers, meaning these are people you haven't met. Maybe they were referrals. Maybe you got 5 new names and numbers while you were out and about doing life and running errands. So maybe it's sharing an opportunity or getting a new team member. You should be completing 2 out of 5 income producing activities a day. V is for victory, which is getting 1 booking a day minimum. And E is enriching a woman's life. Mary Kay's motto is enriching women's lives. So E stands for sharing the Mary Kay opportunity with 1 person, meaning you shared pink with them in person and you've had them fill out the pink questionnaire at an appointment or at a facial. at a party. You've sat down with them and had coffee with your director. That can count as a sharing appointment. Or you shared the video hotline and they submitted feedback on our Livicated Ladies website is another way you can count for enrich and enriching one woman's life. So that is Thrive. So Thrive is something you want to do each and every single day in your business. So just to show you an example, this was my notebook as a consultant. I did just spiral notebooks I got from the dollar store or when they were on sale, just 70 to 100 pages. But on the front, I would have my goals. At this time, I did have the car printed on the front, and I had my goals. So 5 new team members, $3,000 in sales because I knew how much profit I needed to make. I had the car on here. Any other goals that I had in my business was posted on the front. Then on the inside, in here, I had daily affirmations. So I had words of encouragement, and then I had daily affirmations, things that I could read each day that were quotes, things that would inspire me, motivate me, just different things. What you believe has a much greater impact on your life than what anybody else believes. So just certain things like that I had written in here. Blessings come to the ones that don't stop. So different things that were written in my notebook that I could read every day that would put my mind in focus and get my mind positive, that I could read it morning, day, afternoon, evening, any time of the day I could read these quotes and they would inspire me and lift me up to keep going, even if I had a down moment. I had challenges, so you can see in here I have tabs. So I just got like Post-it note tabs that I divided in my spiral notebook. I had challenges, so if Danielle or my director, your director, gives you a challenge for a certain week, I could write it in there. That way I could remember what my challenge was for the month, for the week. Right now we have the Michael Kors purse giveaway. That's a challenge. So you can write that in there, and how, what your goal is to have how many people submitted in for the Michael Kors purse giveaway. Last quarter, Rebecca Irvine had one of her customers win the Michael Kors purse, and how fun would it be for your customer to win a Michael Kors purse? So, how many people is your goal to have entered into the Michael Kors purse giveaway? So I just had in there challenges that my director gave me each week or monthly, however it was. The next thing I had in here was focus, what my goals were, what I was focused on that month. So my goals, I had my sales goal, that's number 1. Number 2, how many faces you need to see. It's really important to be tracking and know your averages. You may be a brand new consultant, so maybe you don't know your average yet, but it is important to write down each face you see, how much you sell to that face. That way, as you're growing in your Mary Kay business, for instance, I needed to sell $3,000 this month, so I knew how much my face average was. Right now, as a director, my face average is $75 a face. So if I needed to sell $3,000, I knew I had to see, around 30, 35 faces to make that goal. So, that is where your average is going to help you, that you're going to be able to break down what your goals are. Your faces, how many faces you want to see by the 15th and by the 30th. What your sales goal is by the 15th, by the 30th. How many sharing interviews you want to have. How many people do you want to share the Mary Kay opportunity with? How many parties you need to have that month. And what is your goal to have in new team members. So those are some examples of what to focus on, what your goals are. And I try to have this in the front, on the front of my notebook that I can see it every day, and also somewhere in the binder that I know what my focus was. The next tab is interviews. So interviews, I was tracking how many interviews I was holding, how many people I was sharing the opportunity with at a facial, at a party. They were listening to sharing hotline, watching the video and submitting feedback. So anyone that I shared the opportunity with, I wrote down in there their name, the date, and their interest level, or some notes on them. And my goal each month was to do at least 20. So wherever you want to promote yourself in the career path can help you figure out a goal. And if you're not sure that is where you want to talk to me, let me know your goals and we can help strategize out how many, what activity that's going to take for you to reach your goal. The next, if you have a team, you'll want to have a tab that says My Team. That way you can just, keep in track of your team. At this point in my business, I had 9 personal team members, so I just had in there their contact information. That way it was easy for me to write them postcards, give them a call, an email. Their information was in here. I could take this on the go anywhere with me. So my team information was in there. And then this is where I start Thrive. So you can see week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And Thrive, I just wrote on the top of each paper the date, and then I wrote out THRIVE, etc. I just wrote it down the side of my paper. Target, I wrote down my 6 most important things. H, I just crossed off that I listened to the $1 Million Message, or I would have notes in here of what I learned that day through the $1 Million Message. Reaching up to my sales director, I would check that off. Income producing activity. What activities did I complete that day? For this instance, I reached out to 5 people and I got a booking. And I held a facial, sorry. And V, I got 1 booking. And E, I shared the opportunity. So I just went through this every single day. And then each week, I just made a new week and just went through this. Any notes, if I was working with Danielle and I needed a script or needed something to say, I would write that out on the back. I would take notes. If I had an appointment that day, I would just mark it up at the top if there was a special event going on. So I would track the number of calls I made and the number of appointments I got out of those calls. So if you're making 5 calls, you're probably going to get on average 1 booking. So just going through each week, week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. And, in those weeks is where you're going to do Thrive. So you're just going to, it's super simple. You just write it out and then just write your activity in. I also had a tab for parties so I could keep track of what parties I had booked. So what parties I had booked for that month, I would just write them down in there and, how many people they had coming, etc. So I would just keep that for my brain. And then I also had a sales. So my goal each month was to sell 100 items. So I would just write out, the 100 items. Every time I sold something, I would write it out. And then if I was tracking towards Red Jacket, or I was tracking towards car, or director and qualifications, this is where I would keep that. So at this point, I was in my 2nd month of car qualifications, so I knew what I needed to hit my car qualification goal and my team, etc. So you may not need to worry about that yet, but in the future. And then the last part I had was just training. So I would take this to my Monday night events, and then in the back was my section to take notes from what I learned from each event. So just a quick little video. Sorry this is a little long, but I wanted to make sure I did a detailed video on Thrive and the notebook that goes with it. So I hope this is a blessing to you and it can really help you be organized and have a daily focus and just somewhere where you can keep all your goodies and be able to get an activity and have a goal and have the activity to match your goal. All right? Well, have an awesome night and thank you for watching. Bye.